Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you this beautiful Mother's Day box that I've called a sturdy soap box with obviously a little soap inside. But it's also an opportunity for me to showcase the beautiful springtime foils DSP that is a Sale-a-bration item. It's just gorgeous. They're rose gold and gold, or silver, or I think silver and gold. Beautiful selection. There are 4 different patterns. I just bring them in and show you. So we have we have the beautiful spots that I'm going to be using for my replication of the soap box. We have this one that obviously I've used to make my box lid with, which is beautiful. We have this lovely stripy silver, and then the only one I haven't used yet is this leaves one, which is gold and silver. They're just stunning. They're absolutely gorgeous, and it's such a shame that they're only going to be here for Sale-a-bration because, like I said, they are so pretty. I think most of us are now hoping for some rose gold in the annual catalogue that comes out in June. But hey, let's deal with Sale-a-bration first. So I'm going to show you how to make the box. So you need a sheet of, well, I'm using very vanilla cardstock here for my base, and it's 11 inches by 11 inches, which in centimetres is 27.5 by 27.5. And then simply going to score at 2 and 4 inches on all 4 sides, and that is 5 centimetres and 10 centimetres. Yeah, we've not got long left of Sale-a-bration now. I can't believe we're at halfway, if not over halfway. It's just crazy. There are some beautiful new items that have come out in the second release. If you haven't seen them, pop over to my blog. The details are on there. If not, I shall very quickly show you the brochure, which has them in here. So we have the what they call the second tier items, which are £90, and that is this beautiful stamp set and this gorgeous stamp embossing folder. Great bundle. This embossing folder is also going to be available in the annual catalogue, so to me it makes no sense to go and buy it in the annual catalogue when, if you're placing an order, you can get it free on this one. So there's that beautiful one. Obviously the springtime foils DSP, which I'm using, and then this gorgeous stamp set, which I actually used yesterday on a card. Again, if you pop over to my blog, you can have a look. But they are beautiful. The other items are still available, so don't forget there's those, but they are just fabulous items, and the fact that they're carrying the embossing folder over into the annual catalogue is fabulous. But like I said, why would you wait and buy it when you can get it for free? Doesn't make sense to me, but hey. So as you can see, I've scored all of my 4 sides there, and then just fold and burnish all of those score lines. And then we're just simply going to cut some corners away. So if you imagine the centre 5 across and up from the top to the bottom, or bottom to the top, whichever way you look at it, this is our main part of our box, and this is where our tabs come in. So I'm simply going to cut down the side of the bottom one, and then only one in this side, and then I'm going to cut away that part, and then cut my wedges out of this one. Oops. And then I'm going to turn and do the same again. So cut down both on this side, and then back only down one this side. And the only tip I can give you with this is, because we're going to be tucking this second part in, make sure that you cut this side of the score line, because it will make a difference when you come to tuck them in. And then again, just cutting out those wedges, and again rotate. And the reason we're rotating it as well and cutting our wedges on different sizes, it just reduces the thickness within the box, so you don't have 2 sides that are really thick and 2 sides that aren't, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. and then just cut those wedges. And if you can see on that one, there's still a little bit of the score line. Just, you don't need to cut wedges as such, you just need to cut a slim slither, if that's even such a thing, off the side. And then down for the last one, across these two. That doesn't have to be that neat because again you're going to be cutting the wedge out of the side and the top will be within the box adhered anyway. So that's all of that thrown away, but for the time being hang on to one of these pieces because you will need it. So there we have that. Obviously if you wanted to stamp on your box base you could do Sahara sand, looks lovely on very vanilla, or you could do heat embossing or anything really, but obviously if you wanted to do all of that, make sure that you do it before you score and cut, because those score lines can be a devil when you come to trying to stamp. You may also be aware that we are getting rid of our fast fuse. It is being discontinued once all the stocks are finished. It's quite sad, but I think the hope is that we're going to have something new in the annual catalogue that will be just as good, if not better. Knowing Stampin' Up, they generally don't leave us too long without something good. So as you can see there, look, each tab has its own side, and then we're just simply going to tuck these in. And if you, when you go to tuck it in, if you think, well, that just doesn't feel right, it will be because you've left a very small slither of scoring on the side. So we'll just work our way around, tuck these all in, and once they're all tucked in, now that one's not very happy. If they don't sit right, just pull them out and give them a little trim. Like I said, it'll be because, again, a bit of a score there, you see. So just take, whoops, take a slither off that side. I don't know why this one's not happy, but we'll give him a trim as well. Get rid of that. So let's try again, that's a bit better. So once you've got your, he's not happy, is he? Right, the way to combat this if it really isn't happy is to use your Ready Shreddy. And obviously once you've got that in and your soap in there, it doesn't matter if they pop because nobody can see them because it's just sat nicely in your box. So we'll get rid of that, we'll put that to one side because now we need to do our lid. And so again for the lid, whoops, you need the lovely DSP. I'll just move that because it's slipping over. Lovely DSP, and I'm using for my lid a piece that is 6 inches by 6 inches, and that is 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres. Come back in with my double shim, and this is what I've used to score my lid, because the base is double if not triple thickness, because you've got those tabs in there. I'm going to use a double thickness, so I'm actually using this piece that I cut off, and I'm just going to pop it into the bottom there, and then you simply need to score at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides, and that's 3 centimetres. And just simply go along, and as I said, score all 4 sides with your double shim. Don't move. Thank you. There, so I'm done with my shim, done with my scoreboard. So let's give that a nice fold. And then obviously we can make our box lid up, and it's just the, I say, the standard way of doing it. We're just simply gonna cut our wedges out of our tabs in the corner, and you don't need to do this alternate ones, you can just do this, I suppose you'd call it standard way. very simple. I just love this paper. It's so pretty. I'm just so sad that it's going to go when we stop Sale-a-bration. But I suppose, as the saying goes, all good things come to an end. So those are my wedges cut out. Back in with my lovely fuse, which I suspect when mine runs low and I have no refills, I shall be using maybe tear and tape for this sort of job, just something that's a little stronger, I suspect. So anybody that's followed my box making will know that I do two that doesn't seem very well scored there, don't know why. I do two tabs at one end and then I pop it on my box, and then I simply tuck, what's going on here, tuck my tabs in, and then my top just goes on, and that way it sits nicely on your box. So once we've done all of that, we just need to decorate, and so I have used the lovely For You die cut out of the mini treat bag Thinlit dies. Yep, I'm just simply using the words, and I'm using some copper foil sheet and also my adhesive sheets, multi-purpose adhesive sheets. These are just fantastic, so good for intricate die cutting. And you simply, I say simply, it's never always that simple, is it, when you're doing a tutorial. Simply peel some of the backing off and stick it onto your cardstock, and I always put this back over, put this back over and just grab my adhesive scissors and just trim it, because otherwise this will all stick on your plates and stuff and it will just end up messy. So I've just trimmed that down to size. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. And then obviously I just need to run this through my Big Shot. So we'll just bring this back in. I've just realised my tripod's having a little slide again. Pop my words on there. Oops. And then I've gone and got my handle the wrong side. Look, it's making it awkward for myself. Pull this out. Move that back out of the way, and then obviously just simply pop this out, and then I'm using my scoring tool actually, because I don't want to use my paper piercer because I don't want to leave, you know, the holes in it, although that's a bit that's going to come out, so that's fine. So we'll get rid of that, and then you obviously just need to poke your die cut out, and again I'm just using the corner of that one. So I'm just going to take the backing off this now, and as you can see it's covered in adhesive, and just pop it on the corner just there, and that obviously will all stick now. There'll be no bits that stick up or bits that you've missed or waiting for glue to dry. And then we just need to add our bow. So I again just want to trim some of this ribbon to the right length. Pop, ooh, crumbs. Pop my extra tight fitting box lid off. And then all I simply did with this one, there isn't a right or wrong way with this trim, it's very nice. I just added a tiny piece of tear and tape to either end, just where this will be adhered inside the box lid. So again, just on the top ends there, and then I'm just going to peel that one end off there, turn my box over, and I've actually done this the other way, look, because I wasn't paying attention, and I'm just simply going to stick this to the centre there, and then, oh my goodness, well that's not very clever, is it? Let's try that again. I thought I measured that ideal, but clearly I hadn't. Right, let's do it this way. Let's put that on the tear and tape that's already there. I know why. I didn't do the double thickness, did I, of the sides? Sometimes I scare myself. Okay, so we're looking at about that bit there. Beautiful. Let's try some more tear and tape now on the end of this one. Right, tear and tape on the end. And then this again will just go on the inside of the box. Just make sure when you do it that it's straight across the front. You don't want it at a funny angle. And then just fold it in and under. And so there's, maybe it's time to stop for the day. So pop this back on. Obviously it won't affect your ribbon because that's already tucked in. I don't know why this isn't going on today. It's clearly just having one of those days. There we go. So that's back on. And then to finish off, I just make a little bow with the natural trim, because I'm not one for tying bows onto stuff. As you can see, I can make bows on the ribbon reel themselves, but when I've tied it around something, it just never works. So just trim my ends off there, get all that out of the way, grab a glue dot just on the back there, and then just stick this onto the centre of your box lid, onto your ribbon. And there you have it, finally. Two beautiful boxes, perfect for Mother's Day, or maybe for a birthday, or for any event really, but I just think that they're lovely. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.